Thank you, gentlemen. I appreciate all the advice. And thank you to Michael. I spoke to him a little bit yesterday, and he kind of prepped me for today in terms of what to glean. I fell into art and theater by accident. I was a teacher in New York City post 9/11 and had a difficult time reaching out, getting kids involved in mathematics and all of that. And what I did was I applied to SUNY Binghamton to figure out a way how to use the artist as a pedagogical tool. And I thought theater would be the best way. And when I joined the program, I fell in love with theater. It was in a production of Alcestis, Doll's House. It was just beautiful work. And I realized my entire life I've just used art as a tool, and I've never completely given over to art because got to take care of bills, got to take care of your family. I have a family of three little girls. How do you push through that place of fear? And speaking to artists up there, to say, take your skills, take your abilities, and just kind of like go in if you have this thing in your mind that says, maybe you won't be able to make it, maybe it won't sustain your family.
Do one thing every single day that moves you toward the goals of your life. In 30 days, you've done 30 things. Even if it's just practicing a voice that you would record somewhere, or contacting one of those websites, or you just accumulate things that move you toward what you want. It's sort of the easiest way to do it. It's sort of like diets, you know? You don't just jump in all at once, or recycling.
In that regard, read every day. Read out loud. Read, record it, listen back, and tell yourself whether or not you sound like you're talking, or if you sound like you're reading. If you sound like you're reading, keep doing it until you sound like you're talking.
Great.
Every day.
Now, you're talking about just arts and theater or whatever, or just voiceover?
Well, yes, voiceover work. Only
Got it.
because I know this may be out of line, but this is a very pointed comment to Dan. I grew up on Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends, and I grew up as a kid with parents that just, like, I grew up in New York City in the 70s and 80s, and you just didn't go outside and play, so you had TV. And the care that I kind of got from having a character like that, and Spider-Man being such an important part of my life and a lot of people's lives, I just felt like that to me was like the thing that made me connect to comics and art and all of that. I just didn't think of like the practicality or the fame or the notoriety that came with it. So I wanted to use art to kind of return back. And that's why I taught for many years. I work, for a nonprofit. I try to do these things that help improve society. But there's this appeal of, gosh, I mean, we're all here to, collect and do stuff that's going to support the world of comics and toys and Transformers. But it's like, I wonder, like, what could I do in that realm that might be helpful? I was also inspired by Jim Henson and Children's Television Workshop. So thank you, gentlemen.
Every day.
There are worse inspirations, believe me.
Indeed.